So I want you to imagine you walk into a Persian rug store and you're looking around seeing all these beautiful rugs, and then you notice a rug that really catches your eyes. And the rug dealer tells you that this is a Sarouk rug, but do you really know for sure if it is? How can you tell if this is actually a Sarouk rug? Can you distinguish a Sarouk rug if you see one? Well, in this video, I'm going to be going over with you how you could distinguish Sarouk rugs, and we're going to go over a bit about the history of Sarouk rugs, where they come from. We'll talk about the different designs and colors and also construction of a Sarouk rug, so that way you're going to be able to better understand these rugs, especially if you are in the market and looking at these rugs, or maybe you already own Sarouk rugs and you want to learn more about them. So if you're interested in these beautiful, I would say one of the most popular types of Persian rugs, then stick around, and all that is coming up now. Alright, so first I'd like to go over with you a little bit about the origins and the history of Sarouk rugs. And when it comes to Sarouk rugs, they're definitely, I would say, one of the most popular types of Persian rugs. So you've probably heard of Tabriz rugs, Kashan rugs, and most likely you've also heard of Sarouk. Now, Sarouk rugs come from a town called Sarouk, and the town is located in central Iran, and it's about 50 kilometers north of the city of Sarouk, which is a pretty important city when it comes to Persian rugs. So Sarouk rugs started gaining their prominence during the 19th century, and it's during this time when a lot of people in the Persian rug industry, they started noticing how Sarouk is starting to produce very intricate designs and rugs with a lot of rich colors and just overall very high quality rugs. And then later on, during the mid-19th century to the 20th century, they really started gaining even more popularity, and they started getting exported to international markets such as the European market and American market. And also during this time, some things did start happening when it comes to the design of Sarouk rugs. They started adapting the more traditional designs of colors of Sarouk rugs to the designs and colors that would be more appreciated by their international market. And so there is actually certain types of Sarouk rugs which we call American Sarouk because of this adaptation of design and colors. Now, if you look into the history of the exports of Sarouk rugs, there was a time period during the middle of the 20th century when the quality of Sarouk rugs started to decline for a very brief period, but the weavers and the master weavers in the workshop started to notice this decline, and they really focused on resurgence of the quality, and they were able to raise the quality of the rugs pretty quickly. But there was a very brief period where Sarouk was producing lower quality rugs, so if you look into the history, you'll notice that. And now today, Sarouk rugs are exported all around the world to the American market, Asian markets, and European markets. And they're definitely, again, one of the most popular types of Persian rugs, with a lot of different designs and colors and sizes and a whole lot of just variety available. And we're going to get into that more next. So now let's talk about the different sizes that are available for Sarouk rugs. And again, when it comes to these rugs, the really nice thing is that you have a lot of different options. So no matter what size you're looking for, you could definitely find it in Sarouk rugs. Now, there's usually the way we break down the size categories of Persian rugs is small, medium, large, and oversized. Small being anything between 2 by 3 feet to 4 by 6, and then medium, you could think about it 5 by 7 to 6 by 9 roughly, and then larger sizes are roughly 8 by 10 to 10 by 14, and then oversizes just anything larger than that. So again, Sarouk rugs provide these sizes, all the varieties of sizes, and you could also find runner rugs in the category of Sarouk. So a lot of different variety of sizes. No matter what you're looking for, you could find it in Sarouk. Also, something to note is that there are different Sarouk rugs that are commissioned, special sizes and special rugs that are commissioned to be made. So you could even find them palace sizes that are even larger than, let's say, 12 by 18 size. Because these are Sarouk rugs are traditional Persian rugs made in workshops a lot of times, they do have access to very large looms and a lot of resources, so they are able to pretty much do anything necessary to create all the different variations of sizes. So that's one of the great benefits of these rugs. Okay, so now let's talk about the different colors that you're gonna find in Sarouk rugs. And again, when it comes to Sarouk, you have a lot of great variety, a lot of different options, and this is also true when it comes to the colors. But if we're gonna, let's say, focus on some of the major colors that you'll find, when it comes to the field colors of Sarouk rugs, you'll typically find like beige colors, ivory and cream, those kind of lighter backgrounds. Also, you'll find blue colors like dark navy blues and blues, as well as, of course, red background, which you'll often find in a lot of different Persian rugs. And when it comes to the highlight colors, you'll find yellows and all different shades of blues and greens, and just a lot of different variety when it comes to the highlight colors in Sarouk rugs. Now, when it comes to the type of color material that's used to make these colors in Sarouk, a lot of times they're made with natural dye colors, and they're known for creating a lot of rich colors in Sarouk rugs that have a lot of harmony and just very complementary. And with most Sarouk rugs, especially if you start looking at the antique ones, you'll notice that the colors just look even better and better over time, so they just age really well. So definitely a lot of great options when it comes to colors in Sarouk rugs. I would say it's pretty similar to Tabriz in terms of all the different variety of colors that are available, and a lot of rich, beautiful, and happy colors that you can find in Sarouk. So real quick, before we talk about the design of Sarouk rugs, I want to invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so, and definitely turn on your notification bell, because we put out videos just like this every week, talking about everything you need to learn about Persian rugs and Oriental rugs. And hopefully you're going to find this content very helpful if you have interest in Persian rugs, or if you're in the market looking for Persian rugs and Oriental rugs. And with that, now let's talk about the design of Sarouk. Alright, so next let's talk about the different designs that you'll find in Sarouk rugs. And again, continuing this trend of variety and a lot of different selection and options. When it comes to designs, Sarouk rugs pretty much have all the different types of designs. But I would say that a lot of the designs are going to be more floral rather than geometrical. But you are able to find both medallion design and all-over design. So medallion design is where you have a nice center piece and sometimes the 4 corner pieces on the different sides of the rug. Also, all-over design is pretty popular in Sarouk rugs, and most of these are going to be floral all-over or floral medallion design. Also, you'll find Harati design as well as Botta design. And you'll even find some pictorial Sarouk rugs, just like with, again, like Tabriz, how they have a lot of pictorial design. Sarouk also offers pictorial design, maybe not as much as Tabriz, but definitely you'll find that as well. So a lot of different options when it comes to the designs, less geometrical, more floral. And when it comes to the borders of Sarouk rugs, something interesting that you can notice when you look at the border of a lot of Sarouk rugs is that they have their primary border, and usually they're going to have a secondary border that's going to be much thinner that surrounds the primary border. And this is just one of the characteristics that Sarouk rugs have when it comes to their borders. So a lot of great options and a lot of good choices when it comes to designs in Sarouk rugs. Alright, so now I'd like to go over with you the construction and material of Sarouk rugs and what you can expect there. So when it comes to the actual material, typically Sarouk rugs are going to have a foundation that's made with cotton, and that is going to be very good because cotton is very rigid and stable, and it does a great job as being the foundation of the rug. You'll typically find this in a lot of city-made traditional Persian rugs. They're going to have cotton foundation, and so does Sarouk. And when it comes to the pile of Sarouk rugs, a lot of times you're going to have 100% wool pile. some Sarouk rugs you'll find that they're going to have a wool pile with silk highlights, so it's a combination of silk and wool. And then when it comes to the pile thickness of Sarouk rugs, most of them are going to have anywhere between a medium pile to a thicker pile. And there are some older Sarouk rugs that are cut to be shorter, and they're using a very high quality cork wool. So you could find some antiques that have a very short pile. And then when it comes to the type of knots that's used with the actual construction of Sarouk rugs, they're going to be usually made with the Persian knot. And there are older Sarouk rugs that are made with the Turkish knot. Now, if you are at all confused about what this means when it comes to the different types of knots, you could check out our video we made where we go in depth talking about this topic of Persian rug construction and how Persian rugs are made, so you can learn the difference between these two types of knots. Now, when it comes to the knot density of Sarouk rugs, you can expect the knot density to be anywhere from medium to high, and the higher range of Sarouk rugs is roughly around 320 knots per square inch. Alright, so this concludes our video on Sarouk rugs. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and you learned something new about these beautiful and very diverse type of Persian rugs. Now, again, when it comes to Sarouk rugs, they're very high quality, they're very much sought after, and definitely one of the most popular types of Persian rugs that will offer you a whole lot of different options and great selection, great variety. And if you want to check out a really nice selection of Sarouk rugs, I definitely invite you to go over to our site, catalinarug.com, and look up our Sarouk rugs collection there. Also, if you want to learn more about Sarouk rugs, you could read more about Sarouk rugs on our site, and we have more videos for you to check out on our YouTube channel about Sarouk rugs. And if you want to binge on a playlist and learn about all the different types of Persian rugs, then check out our Persian Rugs 101 playlist, where you can learn about over 30 different types of Persian rugs. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, then I invite you to subscribe and turn on your notification bell, because we put out a new video like this every week. And definitely like this video and comment below if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video.